Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Now today in this video, I really am going to present a question to you guys because I'm seeing a tremendous acceleration, like a real acceleration in narcissistic abuse. One thing I noticed very, very quickly in the last 2 weeks, I've probably received, I was going to count, I know 6 for sure, and there may be a 7th one of victims writing to me saying either the narc they're living with or the narc they recently left have committed suicide. And so that was 6 or 7. I know 6 for sure, maybe 7 in the last couple of weeks. Now that to me seemed very, very odd. Now they all tend to behave the same, so I don't know if there's a common thread there, but it's pretty strange. Another thing I'm experiencing personally is more personal attacks, more sort of abuse directed at my channel and more abuse directed at the narcissistic injury I cause when I expose them. Now, of course, I'm wondering what is causing what I'm going to call an acceleration in abuse. Now, clearly, there have been huge groups of victims finding each other. I belong to one group on Facebook. I think it's got 26,000 members, another one 16, another one 12,000. We've got 4,200 subscribers here at Kim Wilson TV, and I am one of many fabulous channels run by people who are absolutely dedicated to expose these monsters. So clearly exposure is really being pushed out into the forefront. And people are waking up and becoming aware of this horrendous evil, certainly on a domestic level, but not just that, on a much higher level too. I mean, the FBI has just announced that they'll be making 70 arrests in the Pizzagate scandal. Corruption within government is being exposed all over the world. The elitists are all being called to task and challenged on things that they've done to humanity. And there just seems to be so much more exposure. And I'm just wondering, is anyone else feeling this? Because, that recent attack here at my channel, holy shit, I swear to God, I deleted like 150 horrible comments. Like, you can't just make 150 comments in 10 minutes. Like, you gotta have some serious narc injury and you gotta lock on to go to that length. Now, the person that so viciously attacked me here at my channel, I didn't take much research to find that they have actually been featured at CTV, which is the Canadian television network, BCTV, which is BC's, the province of British Columbia's TV network, the Vancouver Sun. I mean, there were article after article after article of this woman stalking, harassing, and brutalizing people. I think she's got criminal charges against her. She's got court dates pending. And this is something this person does. And this is someone who clearly fits into the cluster B category. And when this person is challenged, my God, the narc injury is so severe that they just launch a smear campaign against anyone and everyone that challenges them. Now, over 150 comments, not just here, but at Gab, at Facebook, at LinkedIn, at Twitter, everywhere. I had to launch investigations and report them at all of those outlets and have been assured that mine is not the first complaint against her and they're going to be looking into this. But I'm just seeing such an incredible increase, and it doesn't build up slowly. Like, you just tell them, hey, stop the abuse, and they just launch into full attack. It's kind of weird. Now, for many of us that are in a recovery and who are still quite isolated, as I am, now you guys are like my only real link to the outside world. But, that link to the outside world and that connection that social media provides is also a huge portal for abuse. Now, if you consider, and I know many of you guys are on my Facebook page, you know how old I am, when my birthday is, where I was born, where my children were born, how many children I have, what my children's names are. You know, people know that my son Lee is in Cuba right now. People know that I have a new grandchild and what his name is, where I've worked in the past, where I live, what my zodiac sign is. I mean, just name it. It's all there. It's absolutely there. So it makes it so easy for someone to infiltrate your life and pose as someone who either knows you or is part of your inner circle. You know, it just... It's a double-edged sword. It really is. I mean, on one hand, it keeps us connected, but it also makes us very, very vulnerable for vicious attacks. You could figure out in 5 minutes what high school I went to, what the graduation year was, what cities I've lived in. You know, my son Jesse is a public performer. You would know, you know, what city Jesse was traveling to. You would know what grade Exton was in and what school he went to. You would know where my son Eddie worked and who he was dating. I mean, and it would happen instantly. And anyone can pose as someone who knows you or is part of your inner circle. And that, to me, is a bit frightening. Now, am I going to back down from that? Am I going to start to isolate more? No, I'm not. Absolutely not. Because I'll tell you what, most people that engage me are really beautiful, beautiful human beings. But I guess if you're going to put yourself out in a public sort of setting and become willing to expose narcissism and the horrendous abuse they inflict on people, well, I guess it's all just part of the shit show, right? And to tell you the truth, you know, the first time somebody called me a CUNT on this channel, oh my God, I was brokenhearted. And now people are able to launch like full, you know, smear campaign, assaults on my character and slander me. And, you know, I just think, what the fuck? A friend of mine actually wrote to me the other day and said, hey, Kim, I'd seen that. And, you know, I just want to tell you, I got your back. I'll come down and stay with you if you need me to. And the reason you're being attacked is because you're hitting a nerve, and these monsters don't want to be exposed. So that gave me kind of a sense of courage and bravery to just carry on. I think the one thing you really have to remember in a smear campaign is the accusations that the narcissist is making about you is more often than not, well, pretty much always, a fucking confession of their own corrupted behavior. Now, we got that one behind us. We all remember the one where I was publicly called a CUNT. That was really the first one, and that one really hurt my feelings. But to tell you the truth, I'm becoming quite desensitized to it, and I really do believe that we're on the right path exposing these fiends. Now, in future videos, I'm going to be looking at a new Facebook page called the Narcissistic Registry, and a wonderful woman that started that, and I'm hoping to do an interview with her here for a video. And I'm also going to be doing an interview very soon with Tracy Malone, who of course has a YouTube channel here exposing narcissism and the horrible struggles she was faced with as a result of the abuse she experienced. And I'm certainly looking forward to that, because Tracy is really a wonderful woman who's done tremendous work in helping bring these narcs out into the light. Now, I really would like to know today if anyone else is seeing an acceleration of abuse, weird behavior, threats of suicide, just anything that seems to be accelerated more than the usual narc abuse. Now, recently I've had quite a few requests for specific topics on videos, and I'm going to get to those now. I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you so much for standing by me every time I get attacked. Fuck. Oh, man. You know, I don't care personally, and you guys have been so great. I just feel like bad if my kids see that and stuff, because then my kids are like, oh, my, you got to stop it. Somebody's going to hurt you, and I just don't like to see my sons worried. But, guys, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. I love you guys lots. Now, please, if anyone is experiencing anything that looks like an acceleration in abuse from a narcissist, please post it in the comments, because I really want to address that. And I think it was yesterday I got a message at Facebook from a woman who had told a clerk in a store that she felt her comments towards the woman, who was a customer, had been quite abusive. Well, she ended up getting absolutely verbally beaten by this woman and told to leave the store. Now, that to me seems kind of odd too. So if it's anything, if you're seeing any a time where you call out a narc and they immediately fly into into rage, or the rage seems weirder than normal, please leave a comment. Okay, guys, love you a lot. See you soon.